So it's about 8 o'clock in the morning, and the only thing that we know for sure so far is that I am not a morning person. But according to most of my research, it's a fairly early start for most players on match day. So that's what I'm doing, and it's time to head downstairs and make me some breakfast. But it's too early. Now, I'm sure that Mr. Lingard and everybody else at the West Ham team don't have to do their own washing up, but that's the idea of today, is to give an insight into West Ham specifically. I'm going to focus on Jessie Lingard because he's the big name. I've got a lot of stats for him, and we're going for West Ham because they are partnered with Soccer Supplement, and that's all the soccer supplements that I'm going to be using today. They're all the ones that West Ham use, so we're going to stick all of that together. If you do want to pick up any of the soccer supplements, then just use the code that I'll pop up on screen now, and you get 20% off for the rest of the month, thanks to Boot Wizard. Alright, so we're now at about 10 o'clock, and everything here seems to indicate that stretching, foam rolling, and just kind of relaxing, staying active is pretty important. So I'm going to go for a walk, I'm going to come back, I'm going to do a little bit of stretching, and yeah, go from there. So far, it's not a bad day. Like, I can live with this.
Tell you that I love you 100 times a day. You'll get tired of my voice. That's how much I'm gonna tell you that I miss you if you go. Yes, I'm gonna let you know just how much I tell you, mama.
There is a reasonable amount of downtime or relaxation time in this schedule, so I'm kind of using it as I see fit. I've done a little bit of editing for the channel, which isn't that relaxing, but that's what I'm doing. I got the Switch out, played on the Switch, and now I'm gonna have a shower, which you might think is nuts if I'm gonna go out and play in a couple of hours, but it relaxes me, makes me feel better, so shower time. No, you don't get to come. So it's about 2 o'clock. I'm heading down to the pitch now, and of course this is going to vary, home games, away games, and your individual club, how long they want you at the ground before the game starts. And of course that's going to vary from Premier League club to Premier League club as well. But I'm going for an hour beforehand, give me plenty of time to get warmed up, get ready and go. And of course, need a little bit of music. The more eagle-eyed among you will have probably noticed there's nobody here. There is no match today. I live in Ireland, and currently all games, matches, training even is still cancelled due to COVID restrictions. So I have a nice big field with a goal on it, and this actually works out really well, because what I'm going to do is I am going to try and replicate Jessie Lingard's kind of average stats over the course of 90 minutes while using the same kind of energy and fuel supplements that he uses. See how that works out for me. The answer is probably going to be really badly, because I'm very unfit and he is a very fit professional footballer. How am I going to track this? Well, we're also breaking out the adidas GMR insoles. So these track spurts of energy, spurts of sprints. So that's going to tell me how many sprints I've made. It also tracks total distance, number of ball touches, things like that. So I can replicate number of shots, number of passes, all that kind of stuff using these. I'm not gonna lie, I don't think I'm gonna enjoy this, and I might be dead by the end of it, but let's give it a go. So it's about 2:30 now, which is about half an hour before you would assume kickoff would happen. I'm gonna do a bit of a warm-up, say 15 minutes of that. And before I do that, at 2:30, I'm gonna get this in me. This is the Focus 90. This is a pre-match caffeinated gel from Soccer Supplement. I haven't tried this before. Let's give it a go. I can't work out if it tastes bad or good, but it's super easy to just drink that and have it go. Yeah, they recommend 30 minutes before kickoff. I know some people want to do this like an hour before kickoff. For me, I want this kicking in just after kickoff, so I tend to hit it about 30 minutes beforehand. This is caffeine and electrolytes, so I really want to be focused. Along with the Focus 90, we're going to get one of these, the Fuel 90 down our neck. This is the energy and electrolyte gel. This is the one that you're going to see most of the pro players with. You see them walking around with gels. This is what they're going to be using. So again, 30 minutes before the game, I'm going for a Fuel 90, a Focus 90, and 500 ml of the electrolyte. Basically, of the Hydrate 90, I'm basically trying to replicate what the company recommends, what West Ham United recommend, and as far as I can gather, what most of the pros at West Ham are doing. Half time, and we're going to do another Fuel 90. So we're going to take a 20-minute break, and I'm hoping that I'm ready to go for another 45 minutes after this. So I'm going to get this on board. I don't know if I mentioned this earlier, but this is the berry flavor, I think. It's terrible. Oh, I much prefer the taste of the Focus 90. It's much better. Okay, that's 90 minutes done. I'm done. You should also know I'm a goalkeeper normally, so there's not quite as much running involved, and I'm already a very unfit human being. I'm going to check all the stats, and I will get back to you in the studio and let you know how close we came to replicating Lingard, and also what I think of the Fuel 90's effect during the second half. for now. Hydration. Pack up and home. Okay, so here I am back in my natural habitat with the ability to actually breathe again after that little bit of fun. And of course, we know that pro footballers are athletes at like the peak of their physical fitness. They've got an incredible ability, and you know what? All the more respect from me after today trying to replicate Jessie Lingard's stats. Here are the stats, we'll bring them up, and essentially yes, so this is all Jessie Lingard's average stats over his time with West Ham, combined with some information about the beginning of his time under Ole Gunnar Solskjaer in terms of his number of sprints made and the number of kilometers he's covered, because that's the best information that I could get. So that compared to mine, I have matched as best as I could the Jessie Lingard stats using the GMR insoles, and it was tough, but what the whole purpose of this was can I prep like a pro, and is it actually gonna help? The Hydrate 90, I'm happy to just drink, so the tablet you put in the water, that's pretty inexpensive, that works for me, it tastes all right, adds a little bit of flavor to water, and you know what, I will more than likely keep using that because I do quite like it. The Focus and Fuel 90 gels that I used, now the Focus 90 you can feel, like you know that kicks in. I kind of don't have that much caffeine, like I don't drink coffee and things like that, so getting a caffeine gel really seemed to like, boom, I was like, oh, hello, that really worked for me. So that's for me a big bonus, but you do want to make sure that all of the things that I spoke about before, the things I showed you, prepping like the lunch, prepping the breakfast, things like that, and making sure you get good quality carbohydrates, all way more important than these gels. And soccer supplements say that themselves. There's a reason that supplement is in the name of the title. Now, if you don't want to go out and pick up these Focus and Fuel 90 gels, then maybe prepping in a similar way to what I've done, make it work for you. I haven't copied Jessie Lingard's exactly, I've made it work for me. So absolutely give that a go. But the Focus 90, I think I would describe as an unnecessary but welcome addition to my basically match day bag. So I think like big games, something like that, I definitely take that with me, but it's not something I'd take if I was maybe playing 5-a-side, 7-a-side, short-sided games, just because the games aren't long enough to really justify it. The Fuel 90, I do think that it has a benefit. I think there's definitely like a feeling of just having kind of consistent energy throughout the time. Now, of course, I looked like I was about to die at the end there, and that's pretty much how I felt, but I do think it's beneficial, and I do think it's worth checking out if it's something that you're into. Like I say, the prep, the pasta that I ate beforehand, the porridge I ate for breakfast, all way more important. But if you do want to go down the route of supplements, these are some of the best that I've tried. Definitely check out different flavors. There's some of the flavors they have I really like. Some of them I'm not such a big fan of. The protein, the vegan protein I tried, that was super good. If you do want to pick any of it up, then you can hit the link down below. Use the code that I will pop up on screen. You get 20% off till the end of the month, thanks to Boot Wizard. Also, I didn't show it here, but don't forget your pre-match routine. So don't forget that warm down, that stretch down, and as well as getting all of your recovery fuel into you. It doesn't stop at the game. You want to get something for recovery, the amount of food you eat, when you eat it. Make sure you get it into your body quickly after you exercise generally, never mind just after a game, just so that you can recover faster and be better the next day. If you want to see me do a video on recovery, then maybe drop a comment down below, and make sure, of course, that you like this video. If you did enjoy this video, then please do hit the subscribe button as well. We got plenty more great content coming. Thank you so much to Soccer Supplement for providing you with that 20% discount. But that's all from Boot Wizard here today. If you've got any questions, down in the comments. We will see you very soon.